Hello, my friends, and welcome back to our continued blind Let's Play of Homestuck for PC. My name is FlightlessBird, this is your story based gaming channel, and before we continue on with our current story on page 4454, Edra pointed out to me that I missed this 3 lines of dialogue somehow. I guess I was kind of wrapped up in everything else that's happening and mourning the loss of our friend, that I didn't realize that when this thing was buzzing at us, that Rose actually said something about our fuzzy little flashy friend. Who's this guy? The visitor I mentioned earlier. He'll be traveling with us too. So yeah, our fuzzy little Morse code friend is gonna be traveling with us. And I somehow skipped over this and I just went to the next scene here. Where they basically said, hey, you gotta help my friend. I didn't realize that she noted that he's going to be with us. So yeah, we have our fuzzy little friend with us, which is great. I still mourn our mayor friend though, but not everyone's going to make it out of this thing alive, are we? I hope you're all having a wonderfully fantastic, amazing, awesome day today, as Jane is answering Di-Stri. To me, it says Di-Stri began bothering Gutsy Gumshoe Jane at 1:43. I should probably warn you. About what? Yet another exploding game trap? Well, darn. She already seen it. Yes, but to be fair, she warned me not to run it. That's weird. Why? She was probably just trying to protect me from the Butter Witch's latest assassination attempt. Sheesh, I can't believe you all finally got me saying Batterwitch too. Who would have thought? I love the dialogue sometimes when they're just random. And they say, why are we doing this? It makes sense to me. Nah, it's weird because Lond was the one who rigged it to explode. It's a bogus copy that she coded herself. Real game file she downloaded. It's totally legit. What? Really? I got it right here myself. Checked it out. File's clean as a whistle. A whistle that overcame a major substance abuse problem. Trying to get its life back on track. The whistle is holding down a steady job now. It's taking things one day at a time. It didn't want that whistle. All the dots. Okay, I'll shit it. Why would she do that? So one thing that I think I'm gonna try to do is, for these characters, try to slow the voice down a little. Maybe make them still the same, but slower. So, Jane Crocker is sort of like a slower version of Rose in a way. And Di-Stri, or Di-Stri, is basically, like me, except, he's not as smart. He's a little bit slow sometimes when he talks. I don't know. I'm just trying to differentiate the characters a little. Because if these characters ever do meet their other character, I don't even know if these are the same characters or not. That's a problem. They're probably not. So if they ever do meet like their same selves, then it'll be kind of awkward. So until I know more about them, try to change it up just a little, maybe. Maybe. To accomplish exactly what it sounds like got accomplished. Nearly averting the fake threat to your life. Then getting your stiff, all hot and bothered at the bareness over it, then you abdicate your heiress throne or something, and give up on this game as a big screw you to the genocidal cake alien. But if she felt so strongly that I shouldn't play, she could have told me. Or told me more forcibly, I guess. I would have listened. Maybe. Well, she's working through some problems right now. Really doesn't want us to play that game. So I guess this was the insane stunt she whipped up to derail the inevitable. Kind of reckless for my taste. One of the above statements is a lie. Are you gutsy enough to gutsy enough for Gumshoe to spot it? Maybe she was justified in taking such an extreme measure. I sure hadn't been taking her seriously. She even warned me not to play it until she got back, but I went ahead anyway because I was too impatient. Actually, now that I think about it, she was probably going to disarm it, or when she got back, seeing as her objective had essentially been accomplished already by an actual assassination attempt. Well, after that, I told her I would believe her about everything. That probably made her feel guilty about setting me up, so she told me not to touch the file until she returned. Well, that sounds about right. But then, I went ahead and read it anyway, just like a doofus. I think she just wanted to be believed. Shucks. Am I an awful friend? Nope. I'm not so sure about that. Well, before you go taking a massive sad dump all over your friendship credentials, consider this. Only she could manage to prevent forest fires. To blow up her computer with a nasty Deathloop virus and somehow make you be the one to feel horrible about it? Heh, you're right. Maybe you're the one who uniquely feels the predicate in that construction. I just don't gosh darn know. Your friendship with her is a half-drunken three-legged relay race. And the baton? Well, it's a stick of dynamite. And you two are the only ones on the track. Me and English, we're watching from the bleachers. High-fiving constantly. I guess that's a pretty apt metaphor, even though it doesn't make the slightest bit of sense. Well, yeah. I just wanted to start playing the game so badly. Now, more than ever, I have reason to believe the stakes have increased dramatically. Well, they have. And they will continue too. I think our dream counterparts are all marked for death, and if we are to stand a chance, we must move quickly. Well, I agree. I just heard about your assassination on a prospect. Oh, she told you already. Who? RL? Nah. I read it in the newspaper. Are you being ironic again? Nah, I just picked up one of the sleazy dirt site tabloid rags. Sometimes they'll feature some pretty entertaining gossip, about the royalty or whatever. But they're primarily dedicated to smearing prospect. The press had a field day with the deaths, the page, and the maid. Dursite? You mean the other planet, the evil one? Well, Dursite, yeah, it's not evil necessarily. Well, that's a bit simplistic. The kingdom represents the forces of opposition, the prospect, and the four heroes. Us. What did the story say about me? Dead was a big headline. Well, then a photo of your dead body just lying there, followed by a lot of some crazy slander. It was also reported that your tower exploded. They couldn't find the body to give it a proper funeral. It probably went up in one big ball of fire. Incinerated, I didn't realize you had woken up in the game already. When did this happen? I don't know. Years ago? I don't really recall. I guess I shouldn't act surprised you didn't tell me. What with your highfalutin secrecy? Highfalutin secrecy? What the heck does that mean? It's hard to explain. I was never technically asleep there. I was awake without realizing it. Then I realized it. And I sort of learned how to be awake there while being awake here, too. I'm awake there now, albeit I'm pretending to be asleep. Pretending? Why? For one thing, gets a bit distracting. Imagine two alert bodies in different places at the same time. For another thing, it's better to maintain appearances. Everyone on Dust believes the heroes aren't woken up yet, even though they are both rumored to be very active sleepwalkers. Which is half true. She can't ever seem to sleep still. Goes off wandering for days. Sometimes I gotta go round her up from some godforsaken cranny of the abyss. Drag her tipsy butt home, tuck her back in. Maybe I'll chain her leg to the bed if she doesn't wake up soon. Though in light of the recent assassinations, her slumbering attraction to the void probably works to her advantage. No one ever knows where she is. I'm still not sure I'm following. Why are you maintaining the appearance of being asleep on Prospect? It seemed as if the people there regarded me and Jake very highly, like celebrated figures. Is it not the same on Ders? Nah, it's essentially the same situation here. They glorify us the same way. Almost like we're the purple pajama team, the mascots. And even though they will completely oppose our objective, when all is said and done, it's kind of ridiculous. Really. But even so, I think it's better to lay low. Not alert anyone to my alertness. That way I can sneak around and gather information. Do some reconnaissance before the stuff, before it starts to get big. In other words, read newspapers, get a feel for the word on the street and such, as might a detective, huh? Well, yeah. Among other things, like keep an eye on agent activity. You mean secret agents? Nah, more like your high-ranking officials. Judging from your knife wound, I'm betting you were the victim of the archagent himself. You should feel honored, I guess. Who's that? A guy named Noir. A real nasty dude. Crazy ambitions. He loves the knives. We're going to stand any chance of winning this thing? I've got this nagging suspicion. Gonna have to take him down first. And feeling that nags equally? Well, it ain't gonna be easy. Whoa! That was cool. I want powers like that. I guess I should find that ominous. But I cannot lie, sir. Nothing I've said has made me one iota less excited to begin this adventure. Those dastardly agents can try to assassinate me all they like. I just want to get started. Well, that's the most awesome way to be, Jane. And it is, again, why, you'll be our leader. Sort of. Right. Still fixing to pull the strings for us. Per your extensive puppet metaphor. I'm pulling them as we see. I'm having Leo Sim install a real copy of the client on another computer in your house. It's a clean computer. Not any of this BCC Corp garbage you tend to accumulate. Man said one too many C's, but why is there so many C's in that word anyway? It doesn't make any sense. But I'll have to insist from this point onward that you employ neutral devices. That stuff just screws with your head. Alrighty. I think I can make that concession. Once it's installed, I'll connect with you. I will be your server player. I know this isn't what you were hoping for, but some improvisation is in order. While you get the ball rolling, I'll try to talk some sense into that, that mercurial booze hound. Sounds like a plan. I do hope she comes around. It would be a bummer to play without her. She will. Say, do I have any machines that survived the explosion besides this one? Do you even have any machines? Don't in underway to you? I can never say that word. Inundate. indeed. Yeah, but that thing, when you're with the, the hamburger helper ass and Guy Ferrari's heinous propaganda, I guess not. Still, some nice things were surely destroyed. Like that word. It would be nice if it no longer existed. I think Detective Pony was caught in the blast. It's unlikely that Acorn survived. It's a fitting end to, life of moral compromise. So, since I'm apparently out of neutral devices, which computer is Seb installing the file on? On your dad's computer downstairs. The one in the study. Fuck. That is the weirdest laptop screen of all time. Gotcha. My poor dad. He surely heard the explosion. I put him through so much today. Oh no. What? I just had a dreadful thought. The kitchen is just below my room. What if he had begun baking his afternoon cake when my computer exploded? Ring. Zzz. Oh man. Why wouldn't it? Worry about it. Maybe I should go take a look. Though I'm a little afraid to. I think it'll take a lot more to kill that dude. A little falling debris. Yeah, trust me. I like how this thing comes out like almost on his head. Oh, he's back. Look at that. It's a sprite guy. I hope so. The crackers have something of a legacy when it comes to losing forebears and mysterious explosions. Really? I would be so sad if I kept the tradition alive like this. While the most you have to worry about is getting grounded back to the Stone Age. When you enter the session, they'll probably lock you up in a prison cell on days. Probably stick a huge safe from the bars, just for good measure. Here it comes. Now, do me a favor and hop off the couch. Okay. What are you doing? I'm making room for something, nice and big. Deploy. Oh, look at this thing. Alchemitter? Something like that. You watch Di-Stri deploy some sort of mammoth instrument as onto your balcony. Man, I'm actually being able to read my normal voice right now, so kind of caught me off guard. It's just as well he took over for Rolal. She probably would have destroyed half your house with that thing in her condition. But on the bright side, you're sure RL would have enjoyed a good nickel with you over the notion of DS deploying his mammoth instrument. You wonder what she could possibly be up to. While you're at it, you also wonder what the deal is with this cagey treatment of their names. Di-Stri, Rolal, DS, RL, Strider, Lalonde. It's all starting to get a bit silly. Each of the full names has 11 characters, and you have been dancing around all but 2. Maybe it's time you formally introduced to the last characters. One of the last 2 stands in our bedroom. It's a young lady. Due to an incident involving an aperifier, an unabridged Colonel Sass occurs and a perfectly white cat. She will not be able to assist her BFFC for some time. And due to the aggressive occurrence of all that takes place in Paradox Space, this incident has not happened yet. But what has happened yet was this young lady's 13th birthday. It took place almost 3 years ago. And on that date, her placonym was engraved. It was engraved with 11 letters to be precise, 9 of which you are already familiar with. You figure it wouldn't hurt to take a peek at the engraving. You had been dying to get the scoop on those last 2 mysterious characters. Examine the placonym. Really? Hey, get that dang cat out of the way! Move your tail, cat! Roxy Lalonde. Thank you, cat, who is probably Jasper's. The final 2 chromosomic symbols have been released from the fluffy, twitching prison. So we got Roxy Lalonde. Roxy Lalonde. Okay. Your name is Roxy. And man, do you love wizards. Your wish and hope they are real. And that, so too, is their magics and stuff. You enjoy writing fan prose for said magical men, but you think maybe it's not so great. You are, however, quite great at the esoteric sciences such as ectobiology, dark fenestrology, and the delicate art of aperification. You have tended to accrue dead preserved specimens from your experiments, little to none of which aren't feline. You aren't the one to shy away from a bit of gaming, particularly the sort well past its prime. You have real soft spot for old school technology. It's fair to say most of your learnings are governed by a bent for nostalgia. Your courting cred is totes ridic, basically making you the hottest hacksaw woman you've ever knew. As deadly to the grid, she is so beautiful. I have no idea what that sentence means. Like, even with me cutting out words, I still understand what that means. You are known to non-suddenly employ a roguish demeanor toward the fellers, a habit not especially jeopardized by your non-infrequent inebriation, which is to say against the better judgment of one your age. You like to dip into the sauce now and then, unless your mom is looking, which happens to be virtually never, and considering she has been known by the knowledgeable to be in possession of vision omnifold. This strikes you as a particularly stunning lapse in parental diligence. Though you have good friends and many distractions to fill this void in your life, what will you do? Wail like an alley cat while bubbles in your drink. Whoa! We just jumped to Di-Stri. Roxy is not empowered to resurrect this crusty old gag template because all of a sudden, she is too busy being the other guy. We've absolutely got to peep the last two letters of this Max Chill dude's name on the devil double. Examine the placronym. Really? Stupid pony? Hey, clear out that stupid pony. What is this, some sort of miniature paddock? Wake up. Dirk Strider. Thanks, pony is presumably a tiny maple hoop for some reason. The final two diluvial symbols have been unearthed from the countless crushing ounces of a slumbering pony. Okay, so we can write this down now. This is not Strider anymore. This is Dirk Strider. Examine the room. Wow. What should I say? Whoa. I don't even know if I did that right. But anyway. Your name is Dirk. And holy heck, do you love puppets. What is going on with the TV in the background? Those are some really bizarre images. Like, what is going on? I thought you liked puppets, but everything is a pony? Yeah, like, huh? Oh, that was the puppet. Wait, are these all puppets? Are these all humans dressed up like puppets? I have no idea. I'm not going to guess. Nor am I going to judge. I like the robot friend, by the way. You possess the extreme dexterity to operate your false friends unseen. That is, when they are not preambulatory through your lovingly imbibed mechanization. You dig writing cognitive algorithms for said apocryphal men, and you think maybe that's dope. Guess what else is dope? Everything else you do! You're a sick, wicked autodidact on ancient civilizations, a self-made master of mythologue, and a preternatural pop culture academia. What the heck is an autodidact? Is that even a word? Let me look. Autodidact. That is a word. A self-taught person. Okay, I just autodidact myself into the definition of autodidact. Anyway, if you weren't so dang aloof and actually let people get a load, you might get described all kinds of different ways. Maybe tagged as a Renaissance ninja, a philosopher prince, and flash step puppeteer, or perhaps a pantheonic ironicist, a gangsta logician, a lucid walker, and Dursite spy. Screw descriptors though, as if this is all that you give ain't nil. You're cool with dabbling in the fine sequential arts, and your work could be viewed as some as borderline pornographic. And to those Philistines, you'll be heard wondering, what the heck do you mean borderline? Against the better judgment of one your age, you build robots, set them to kill mode, and spar with them to death. Oh! So he's a lot like A Zappa. Hey, Zappa. That is, when you're not certificating them to friends or dueling them with rap lyrics. But you try to cool it on the deathmatch stuff when your bro is looking, which is virtually never. And considering he's had a reputation staked on some order of martial nobility, this strikes you as the staggering oversight and brotherly vigilance. You don't have the heart to hold it against him, though. What will you do? Jet your butt and twitch like a proboscis. Wait, what? What? There's no way in heck you're going to give this gag the time of day, even if you weren't suddenly totally lambasted by the character's leg screen away from way out of left field inside your glasses. Once again, you're grabbing the plush by the rump. You're in absolute command of your destiny. As long as you don't pick the two characters who are grayed out, which is a universally understood UI convention for non-clickability. Also, as long as the other available choices are finished being drawn, we are passing out free will like cheap cigar. Happy birthday. Aw. Aw, I can't actually click them. It was worth a shot. Left is always right. Go left or right. You are now Roxy. Oh, what were you up to again? We're floating somewhere in the non-linear time stew of paradox space, and we're hoping to get a handle on the exact chronology of his situation. Perhaps your successive actions will oblige us. Yeah, you aren't really listening. Go and do whatever the heck you want. Go grab that sweet gun. Whoa. So, fist kind and rifle kind. You pick up your high-octane laser gun. It's powered by the most deadly sciences you know of. You keep a couple specubus allocations in your portfolio on standby. You try to stay as sharp as possible in unarmed combat because you never know when you'll get ambushed. It's dangerous out there. Examine the Dead Mutant collection. The biggest one has been around for as long as you can remember. Encased in that glass-like material, you're considering giving it a name, but it always stuck to you as a little Mormon to name a dead cat. The others were the result of a few experimental mishaps before you got the hang of the ectobiology equipment. You keep them around to remind you of the perils of the inexact science, and also because they're weird looking and cute. You've since cloned many healthy felines, but they all live in the laboratory out back. Your pet cat doesn't really get along with other cats, and you don't want to upset him. Capture log 1. You tuck the biggest one into your message in a bottle Whoa! What was that? Dude, her modus is a wine rack? Crazy. Into a bottle modus. These little guys are quite handy for busting through windows whenever you're ready to christen a new fenestrated plane. Take the books. You take the first 6. Really distracting that the way she's zooming everything around. You take the first of 6 books of your mom's best-selling series, Complacency of the Learned. She made an impossible fortune off of these books, considering how dark and inaccessibly written they are for young readers. More money than the US financial system could even account for as legitimately circulating in the economy. Many suspected real-life witchcrafts were involved, which is what some believe discouraged criminal investigation into the matter. The feds were afraid and the Baroness nervous. God, you hope that's all true. Examine the COTL poster. complacency of the learned. Oh, we got a little Caduceus here as well. Huh. It's very Harry Potter-like. Some original edition cover art from one of the books. It features the androgynous young apprentice Calmassus, who throughout the series plays the role of anti-hero and chief antagonist. Oh, okay, not like Harry Potter. What was that one series that I think Margaret Weiss and Hickman wrote? It wasn't Dragonlance, so it was a totally different series where there's this guy who goes into dark magic, and at the end of the book, he's basically the protagonist, but he's also the antagonist. Yeah, he's in a way the villain, but he's also the main character. It was a really interesting story. I don't remember enough of it. I need to go back and find those books and reread them because I don't remember any of it, and I just remember it was like really cool. Anyway, he convinces fellow disciples to rebel against Zazapan's vaunted complacency, and one by one hunts down each wizard. All 12 are killed, but the predicate scholar himself forcing a showdown. The poster depicts the notorious chess match between Calmassus and Zazapan. Zazapan had a reputation for being unbeatable. He had never lost a match, even to the gods. But his apprentice was able to beat him in the wizard's duel by first becoming checkmated, and through some unprecedented enchantment, continued to play beyond the death of the king. You love your mom's books and find them heavily inspiring, but you can't help but feel the work is exhaustingly heavy-handed at times. You kind of prefer to write more lighthearted things. Actually crack a joke now and then, you know? Say hi to the cat. Aw, the cat is adorable. I love the cat. Aw. It is so cute. I'm sorry. I love animals. Animals are great. It's just a thing. Anyway, your cat Friglish. Okay. Your cat Friglish hops down on the bed to greet you, and immediately situates himself on something important. One of your creative writing journals. You named him after your favorite wizard from COTL. He was just such an endearing, bubbling fellow before he was murdered. Calmassus put an insidious curse on him, which caused him to go insane over several years. He began filling a book with all of his arcane knowledge, which was said to be limitless. The tome grew to monumental proportions and became a virtually unreadable patchwork of impenetrable erudition. When the young wizard finally caught up with him, he was a quaking, inherent madman. He put him out of his misery by causing him to death, crushing him to death with his own massive text. You think it's just a fitting name for him for some reason, the macabre demise notwithstanding, of course. Take the journals. Purr. I thought they were going to turn on wine bottles and zoom across the screen. You politely scoot Friglish off the books. That a boy. Technically, only one of these books is yours. The writing journal. You're pretty secretive about your writing. Sometimes even you hardly bear to read it. You are hardly aware of the formidably writerly shadow cast over you, and can be critical to the point of embarrassment over your work. Just how drunk were you when you wrote this? You often wonder yourself. You don't think you'll be peeking at it soon. Maybe later. The other book is another point of embarrassment for completely different reasons. Read the other book. Okay? This is Jake's private journal. One day when you were feeling especially frisky, you swiped it with your purifier. I actually expected it to work. But when you debated with yourself for weeks over whether or not to read it, when you finally did take a peek, you were strangely relieved to find all his nonsense instead of his private thoughts. But you still don't have it in you to cop to the theft. You just agreed what a shame it was about his missing book. You have no idea what these letters mean. Some kind of code? Bark? Crab? Abacababra? I have no clue what was running through that kid's head, not unlike always. Get the little ray gun. Oh, you got me. Oh. I like the little ray gun. It isn't a ray gun, it's your purifier! Pretty much the only cracker tech you can bring yourself to use. It's just too handy not to. You just plug in the coordinates you want to nab something from, point it where you want to purify, and shoot. I'll make that thing a purify right then and there, assuming no temporal conflicts. Piece of cake. Not Crocker brand cake, though, cause screw that witch. You're thirsty. This isn't a command. Excuse me, but you beg to differ. You poured that beautiful martini a little while ago, and you've seen letting it gather cobwebs while you horse around with some random stuff in your room. What a crime! Sip the martini thoughtfully. Dang it! This is the wrong stock reaction! You will not stand for this outrageous misrepresentation of your favorite beverage enjoyment. Delicious! Ah! Sip the martini more thoughtfully than that. Aw, look at her. That's much better. As much as you enjoy an afternoon cocktail, you have to remember to pace yourself with these things. They're crazy strong and tend to make you kind of sleepy. Oh my, how inviting does that soft plush pile look about now, right, you think? Examine the plush pile. You like to ensconce yourself in this friendly heap when you play games. Gosh, it looks so soft. Your eyelids are getting heavy. Succumb to unfathomable booze snooze. Uh-oh, there you go wobbling. Look out below! Blackout. Nap time. Aww. Sleepwalk. Durse. Hey, Strider. This music is fire. I thought when you were in Durso, you're always wearing yellow clothes. Huh. It's a cool way to end it. Yeah, let's go ahead and end it with them both waking up at like the same time in the same area. That was amazing music. I love the music in this world. Don't fully understand the story all the time, but I love the music. And with all of you guys helping me with this story and pointing out things that I missed, I feel like I'm enjoying this game 100 times more than if I was doing this on myself. So thank you all for that, and I so appreciate you guys for it. Rosie, wake up. What the heck was that all about? Oh, hey there, Friglish. He greets you with a sly, conspiratorial purr, almost as he was privy to what you dreamt, which is impossible, of course. Looks like some dude has been badgering while you were asleep. Answer. Hey! To me, it satisfied I began pestering tipsy nostalgic. Hey, Roxy! No, are you awake yet? Guess not. No, you should, let me know. Whoa, dang. Hey, Dirk, I had a crazy dream. Ah, there you are. But I see, your dream self hasn't returned. You must be, trying one the heck on tight already. Maybe I am, like above a bone, or on a beautiful pony. Pony. Man, I can be this much drunker than, the last time that we talked. What the heck are you, even drinking? Okay, but to be fair, beautiful was an intentional tempo for your benefit, because I know your love's that pose. It's a beaut. So, you spying on me in Durst Valley again? Well, yeah. You perv. Like what you see there? I see precisely jack kick in the side of screw out. Well, that's the point. You got your, too sauced up and, you went rogue again. You're out there in your weird drifting stupor, independent of your waking self-awareness. You gonna go after me again? Get on your hornsey? Gallop me like the Prince Charming back to Swoon Kingdom? Oh my gosh! Yeah, I'm, thinking it over. It's sort of a relief. Simplifies things somewhat. It's better that you, stay out there for, a while. Now, there's been a problem. What did you do now? Okay, I screwed up. I kind of made a mess here. I'm not sure what to do about it, Yet. Huh? No need for you to worry about it for now. I'll figure something out. Till then, I'm just going to prepare for our session while I think it over. All this adds. What a surprise. Another mystery for you to keep to yourself and overly cerebralize. Snore. Hey, let's talk about something cool instead, like the dream I had. Okay. First, I had some ordinary boring dreams that I don't remember. But then, I dreamed that I woke up from the dreamer, and things got weirdly bright and surreal. And then I saw someone, I think it was supposed to be my daughter. Why do you think that? These dreams where you just know someone's supposed to be someone? Nah. Okay, well, regular people have these, I'm pretty sure, all the time. Are you thinking it was prophetic? Like a glimpse in the future? I don't know. Because that's not really how the abyss works. It's not Skya. And we aren't possible dreamers. There's nothing like that out there in the abyss. If you drift far enough, there's only horror. Terrible, terrible horror. Okay, but I'm not saying it was a future dream. It was just a glimple, and it felt like real. And all I'm saying is it was like a cool dream that I wish was real. I mean, glimpse. Well, maybe it was. Maybe there's no fanciful game-supplied mechanism of prognostication involved here. You're just an ordinary, run-of-the-mill psychic. Well, I guess it's possible. Hey, Dick, Dirk, what do you think it would be like if we had kids? What would it be like? Inconvenient mostly. Wow. No, I mean, what would they be like? The kids. You ever think about it? I can't really say I have. For an eccentric guy like you can be born as heck sometimes. I'm sorry, Rox. For what it's worth, I'm picturing them now. A boy and a girl. Two perfect little freaks of nature. Raised by people who have clearly got no business bringing up anybody. Shucks, Buster. It's fine. It's just a little fun. You know, a little hypothetical to daydream about. Why you need to suck the fun out of all that? Like some turd-hungry Dracula. Turd-hungry Dracula. It's not like I'm lobbying for you to hook me up with a whole mess of babbies, or that I'm holding on to any such delusion, delusion that's even a remote possibility. Let's sign. Will they sign? Yes, let's sign. You heard me. Do you mean, at least sign? Nope. I'm gonna stick with lease sign. Going down with the, the ship. Yeah. The SS lease sign. Starring Captain Valal. What does lease sign actually mean in this context? Oh, come on. Come on, what? Lease sign is universally understood to mean too bad he's gay you deliberately obtuse thunderheck. I mean, yeah, well, that's what I thought. It would just be cool if you'd, refrain from tossing mouths such antediluvian terms. Antediluvian what? Me saying you're gaming? Yeah. Okay, but terminology aside, I don't think I'm off base. I don't see how this really has to be a thing. I really think it's an actual thing, bro. Well, once upon a time, sure, but the world has changed a lot. Every peek in a history book between your have you ever peeked between your history book, between your wizardly indulgences? I mean, this is a nuanced topic. Man, I know about histories. Just believe me, it's a thing. How is it a thing? Well, it's a thing. Biakus, if it wasn't a thing, then you wouldn't be all like, like what? Well, wanting nothing to do with me for starties. Don't be ridiculous. I have more to do with you than like any dude could possibly bargain for. And I like it, just fine. What a totally lame and sweet answer simultaneously. Heart. But yeah. Well, now maybe we should direct our focus on a matter which has nothing to do at all with what doesn't qualify as a thing. What our fantasy universe offspring would be like. Anything like that, such as this game, and whenever you're in the best condition to be piloting Jane's connection. Maybe you could use another nap. My condidion's just fine. And anyway, why ain't gonna get slept off is the fact that I still don't think we should be touching this with the BS witch game with a 20-foot trident. We both know her plans need us to. I know that, but I thought we settled this. It's still so frustrating. Telling Jane about the dangers, and even if she's being polite, I just know she thinks I'm full of garbage about everything. We settled this too. I should believe everything eventually. Why bother work so hard to, convince her? Well, I don't even do that for the most part. But it gets tiring and saddening, knowing that, even when we're not actively talking about it, that my best friend can't bring herself to believe some really basic things about my life. Like the horrible things the Baroness has done to us. Or about our upbringing. Like, do you know how miserable it is for your BFF to doubt you when you tell her your mama's dead? Well, I guess. It just registers for me as a reaction which isn't completely unreasonable from her perspective. She is, and that word that we wish we want to get rid of. Yeah, that thing. With media coverage of those whom we claimed as our parental figures. Well, that they are not presently alive. Whoever played that role for us, as she understands it, is just an extension of a much more elaborate and far-reaching explanation. Which is, much harder for anyone to digest in its entirety. Well, anyone, who isn't a Jake, I still say you should cut her some slack. I know. And need I remind you of the potential this game provides for their resurrection is what motivated you to investigate in the first place? Can't click. Swear that he has a yellow hat as his logo when he wears sunglasses and no hat. No, I remember. I told you a million times the stuff sounds like it could be the best thing ever! When ever's caps as heck. But also, that no matter how awesome it might be, probably gonna advance all the schemes of our condensation. Right. But if we could stop her, part of me doesn't even want to give her the satisfaction of starting up at all. Like if we wouldn't that wreck her stuff just so hilariously. So many olos. I must be hard at counting, cause I'm barely racking up a single dang laugh aloud at that self-defeating gesture. No, but it would. And for all we know, starting it up is playing right in her claws. Could be a trap waiting for Jane the moment she enters. If I stop her from playing, maybe I could at least give her a chance at a future. But there is no future on Earth for them. Ah, for us. No, for that matter. Do know that for a fact. But anyway, I kinda already made this bogus file for her. What? Why? You know, to scare the heck out of her. Make her learn to fear and respect the hag like she should. Then maybe we could drop this whole in a game meetup / resurrection idea altogether. Sweet though it may be. Rox, I hope you're not thinking about sending one of your horrible Tilda score out scripts. On that subject, I am Miss Zuperpips. Miss Whipperpips? Amount of sense you have been making is unreal. Just go and take a nap. And don't even think about sending in that file. Are you, listening? I will take what you say under serious advisement. Wonk. Jesus! Dirk, when did you stop being any fun? What? It used to be you get a kick out of a stunt like that. A stunt, a slunt, whatever. Man, you know I'm down with your insane stunts. Insane stunts are practically what I'm all about. As long as I actually agree the purpose they're intended to serve. Destroying Jane's computer and dissuading her from playing is not such a purpose. Bet your respondent would agree with me. Why can't you be more like him? I am more like him. I mean, more like him. You just misspelled more, causing me to suddenly understand Jack everything. Has more in touch with his feelings, which just makes me L my F-A off since he's a robot, and it can actually loosen up sometimes, kind of like you used to could. I used to could? For one thing, he doesn't insta shoot down a bit of frisky RP shenanigans now and then. Well, yeah, I kind of wish you wouldn't do that with him. Why the F not? It just seems a little tawdry and disrespectful, and vaguely exploitative of a still emergent cognitive entity whose perceptual frame of reference it is difficult for us to comprehend. Oh, come on. He's cool a guy, just like you. It's still that he lives in some shades. That must be the wrong way, is all. Oh, do you want me to rub you the right way? Haha. Not really. Zma. You're overblowing this. It's just ironic funny thing we do sometimes. Come on, I'm sure you've read the transcripts yourself. It's all a lot of joke story wheeze. It blocks me from being able to read the transcript sometimes. Oh, Wari does. Sticky bastard. But anyway, I'm really not sure how ironic it is. Okay, next time I'll run it by the master first with his fancy ironimeter. Okay, here's the thing with the AR. Since you still don't seem to get it. He's very similar to me in the thought process and behavior, yes. But those patterns were imported from a 13-year-old version of my psyche. And then it was sealed in the program as starting parameters. You know, in the years since, we both evolved somewhat. I, as humans tend to, and he, in whatever way is natural for a frequently running self-aware application. So there are differences among us. Well, they're first reflected by what I feel is a maturity gap, and then further by several years of minor behavioral divergences. Oh my god, his 30-year-old Dirk. Why did you not occur to me? That is so cute. It makes me kind of skeevy for saying anything lascivious at him. Dang it, you ruined everything. You're welcome. Wait, what? TT? Why the heck did TT join the party? I don't remember her joining the party. Wait, TT is, wait. Oh, this is, oh, this is the robot TT. Okay, so TT that's red is, Robo Strider. You ever have a voice Robo Strider, or I just been doing his normal, like, Strider voice? I don't remember. Let's see if I can give him a sort of mechanical Strider voice. Yo! You guys realize I can hear you, right? Well, yeah, I was aware. Check out all these complicated problems people have when they have to live in a big lumbering flesh monsters instead of a square pit of shades. Dude, you think you could sit this one out for a while? This conversation practically doesn't even concern you at this point. It seems there is some gnarly crooked number that represents the percentage of probability. You just said this doesn't concern me, even though it's patently obvious that half the conversation, like, way totally concerns me. Ah, heck, Roxy, look. Is doing the thing where he ironically pretends to fail the Turing test to sass me into submission. Even though I was the one who programmed to do that. Off. Like my buddies just say on the floor, it's hard to yell that just now. Not picking at the floor, but cause I'm only 13 years old, mother effers. This is dumb. I'm gonna have to leave both of you to interact however you want. I have important stuff to deal with and actual responsibilities to take seriously. Roxy, go nap off your drink. Or aggressively, I don't know, wage another flirt LARPing campaign, whatever, I don't care. You know, just don't send that file to Jane, okay? Flirt LARP. Oh, what is all this? Ooh. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take a stop here. Much love to you all, my friends. Thank you all for joining me on more Homestuck. And I will see you all again very soon. But until then, I hope you have a wonderful, fantastic, amazingly awesome day. And until that next time, so long. And take care. Thank you for watching this video. Feel free to comment on what you saw and what you'd like to see next. I always love to hear your thoughts. But before we go, please remember that you matter, and you are brilliant, and you are loved, and you should always be true to yourself. Never let the world tell you any different. Much love to you from your friendly, feathered, flightless bird.